So today we're going to be looking at the astrology of Bitcoin, and we're looking at the chart of block 0, the Genesis block. That's the time that I use in order to generate a chart. And the location says www, so World Wide Web. And I just put 0 degrees north, 0 degrees west because we're going for the center of Earth. This is more of a global event. So Bitcoin's genesis is a global internet transaction that happened. The first block being mined. So it doesn't have a specific location. So anyways, the ascendant in Cancer, the ascendant shows us the identity of somebody, or of, I guess, an event, or the themes of that event, or that how that event is remembered identity wise. So, the ascendant of Bitcoin is Cancer. Cancer is about things such as privacy, security, and I guess that really sums up Bitcoin. And that's a lot of those words that we use to sum up Bitcoin. But people with Cancer ascendant, they are quite personally invested into family, security. They're private individuals, reserved. So yeah, I definitely feel like that fits Bitcoin. It says a lot about this project, but the ruler of Cancer is the moon. So Bitcoin is actually ruled by the moon, and it has the moon in Aries in the 10th house. So it is publicly known as this semi-private currency. I say semi because the blockchain is pseudo-anonymous. That means you are hidden behind an address, but that address is public. So that we can see that with the moon being in the 10th house of the public. That perfectly describes Bitcoin. But with that being said as well, the chart ruler being conjunct the midheaven in this case indicates that it is quite a public project. So Bitcoin as a coin, as opposed to different coins, it has a lot of notoriety. Now, if we want to examine the value of this currency, we want to look at Venus, and this will tell us the general, the value of this project. So Venus is exalted in Pisces, and it's at 0 degrees. Pisces is the sign of the infinite, and it's the sign of chaos and oneness, which are intertwined. Everything is chaos, and everything is also oneness. Now, with that being said, Venus being in the sign of Pisces, being exalted, this indicates that this coin has like a imaginary form of value. Pisces is like it's non-tangible. It's oneness, but it's also chaos. It's all possibility, and it's about imagination a lot of times. So this coin's value is based on people's perception, right? But also with Venus in Pisces, it shows that this coin reflects to others a image, or this perception of value. Now, it's also in the 9th house, which is very benefic. The 9th house is about expansion and unlimited growth. So this coin has an unlimited potential to grow. And, both the 9th house and Pisces are traditionally ruled by the planet Jupiter. And we can see that Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, luck, blessings, it is in Capricorn, and it's at the 29th degree. Capricorn is about notoriety, and it's about pinnacles of success, and it's about a name, having a name, or being the example, or like being the construct of something. It's about success, or when talking about, I guess, events, Capricorn rules the example, I guess, or like the official or the authority of a certain field. So with Jupiter being at 29 degrees Capricorn, the extreme degree, the max degree, this coin will expand to the maximum position of authority in the crypto field. That's what it indicates. That's a potential. Maybe this Jupiter will play out in a different way, but it has to do with officiality. So this coin is quite reputable. That's what it means, especially with its chart ruler being in the 10th house, the house associated with Capricorn. So, yeah. Now, with that being said, that basically sums up the general analysis of Bitcoin. The last thing I want to talk about, though, is how Saturn, which rules Capricorn, is conjunct the part of fortune. Saturn is about officiality, like I was saying, notoriety, success, reputation, and trust. It's about trust. It's the emotions of others. So with Saturn conjunct the part of fortune, this will become quite a trusted coin, and it materializes trust very easily. And it's in the third house of exchanges and interactions. Saturn slows things down. So in the third house, this indicates very slow transactions, but very trustworthy, credible, reputable form of exchange. That's how Bitcoin will be used. You know, you may purchase large ticket items with it. It will probably be a symbol of status and success, because it will be quite an expensive and unattainable coin at some point. It has an infinite potential to expand in price and value, and it really reflects to their ideals about value, and it reflects to people value through their imagination. So that's indicated by Venus being in Pisces. With that being said, if we want to take a look at the analysis of, when it will have increases, well, we can start right away by looking at this current lunar transit, this lunar return. So whenever the moon returns to the point of 4 degrees of Aries, this is a lunar return for Bitcoin, and it will show us the themes of that lunar transit for the next 28 days until it comes back. So if we look at the lunar return chart, boom, we can look at this chart right here, and we're going to look at the last lunar return, which was on September 21st. I believe that was a full moon, because the moon was opposing the sun. So since the last lunar return was a full moon and the sun happened to be opposing, Bitcoin will have a lot of shine during this transit up until October 18th. We're definitely gonna see a shine, at least for this time period, especially accumulating up to that date of October 18th. But with that being said, okay, we have the ascendant in Sagittarius. So during this lunar return, Bitcoin may go through a period of expansion. Expansion in the sense of price, perhaps. But also people may learn about it. But the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, and it's in the 3rd house, and it's in Aquarius. Aquarius is about gains. And since Jupiter is retrograde, which means a return to the past, we may see Bitcoin make gains and return to previous all-time highs by October 18th, which, by the way, I believe that is the date of a full moon as well. Yeah, later that day, there will be another full moon. But we most definitely can expect some sort of return to previous all-time highs, also due to other technicals and other things than just astrology. But this is just kind of like a confirmation to me. We're in a period of the cycle, of the stock to flow cycle, where Bitcoin is returning and going to reach its previous all-time highs and beyond. we're in a bull run. So we had a period of pullback and stagnancy, but now it's going to start returning, especially when Saturn goes direct. Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn rules the markets. Aquarius is about technology, progression, progression, I guess. We have Uranus being in Taurus, the sign of finances. Uranus rules Aquarius. Taurus is about finances, so progress in the financial sectors. Saturn rules the markets, so it's all connected right now. And while Uranus is retrograde, we may see less performance from the altcoins, because to me, Uranus rules altcoins. It rules things that are smaller and more niche. So Uranus always goes retrograde around this time of year. And so during the previous bull runs, it was retrograde, and it goes direct in January of the next year, right? And so during previous bull runs, during the winter, Bitcoin performs well, and then when Uranus goes direct, the altcoins do very well. So things such as Cardano, Ripple, other coins than the big two, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Even Ethereum does well during alt season. So when Uranus goes direct, which happens in January of next year, we will see a huge boom in the altcoins. But for now, when Saturn goes direct, which Bitcoin has a lot of ties to Saturn, it has a Capricorn stellium. It has the part of fortune conjunct Saturn. It has its chart ruler in the 10th house. We will see Bitcoin go direct when Saturn goes direct. So anyways, this is just my astrological analysis. For those of you guys that know astrology, you guys know what I'm talking about when I bring up all these different significances. But yeah, so hopefully this is interesting, and other than that, I will see you guys sometime in another post or video.